Hey guys, I'm back. I want to talk about builder's risk insurance. And that is something that's important for anybody involved in construction. And I don't care if you're just having a remodel done at your house, it's a really important insurance to have. It's a type of insurance that provides protection for buildings and structures that are under construction. And I had said that I have a client his house was struck by the tornado and it had to be torn down and built back. And because he's out of that house for 60 days, he really doesn't have coverage. Because that's a vacancy provision under his policy. So the best thing for him to do is to purchase a builder's risk insurance policy, which he did for 3 months. And that only costs him about $500. So it's a really small price to pay for that kind of coverage. Now, it doesn't cover liability, so I encouraged him to go get renter's insurance. And I'll do a segment on the 4 different types of renter's insurance, but there is a renter's insurance that will cover liability. So if anybody gets hurt at the construction site, that will cover it. These policies are designed to cover the cost of damages or loss that may occur during the construction process, and that could include damage from a fire, a theft, vandalism, or a natural disaster. In this case, he's in Deer Park, and Deer Park is not that far from the coast. It's more than 50 miles, obviously, because it's not Texas windstorm, but barely. I mean, like maybe 60 miles, or 70, but it's close enough, and we're here in hurricane season, that he would not want to leave his house with no coverage while it's being built back. And it's close to being finished, but it just takes one day or one hurricane. Now, you might be thinking that the builder's risk policies are only necessary for large construction projects. I mean, originally I had thought that as well, but the truth is that they're important for any construction project, no matter how big or small. You might want to remodel your kitchen. You might want to remodel a bathroom. Go ahead and get it. Who should get it is your contractor, but if your contractor doesn't have it, and if you're not really sure if they have it or not sure the coverage is going to cover it, go ahead and get it. I really don't think it's going to be that much for your project. And again, like I said, my client was able to get it for 3 months for $500, and I think that's probably a really good deal for insurance because it's so expensive. But even a small renovation project can result in significant damage or loss without that type of insurance. You could be responsible for paying for that cost out of pocket. That could happen. I mean, it could be anything happens. Maybe you're out of the house and somebody comes in and vandalizes, steals it. An example would be, imagine you're a contractor and you're working on a small renovation project at my house, and during that process a fire breaks out and damages the property. Without that risk coverage, you'd be held liable for the cost of repairing the damage, which could cost tens of thousands of dollars. Now, say you didn't have insurance, then I would file it under my own homeowner's insurance, but my homeowner's insurance is coming after you. They're going to subrogate. They want their money. They're coming after you. You don't even have coverage for that lawsuit. You don't have the money to pay it. It could be a big pain in the rear, and we're talking maybe not that much money. Another thing, what was I going to say on the builder's risk? Oh, I had one that the guy was on a Jack in a Box or a Burger King or something like that, and he was retarring the roof, and he was alone, and he didn't realize that the hot tar went down the side, kind of like the side inside the walls of that structure. And it caused a fire. So as it went down, the fire started down in the bottom, and this guy's stuck on the roof, and he had no coverage. And so it caught on fire. Of course, they're thinking, because it's a fast food restaurant, they're thinking the fire's on the inside, but when the fire starts, nobody knows that it's in the wall. This guy barely gets down. Thank God he wasn't injured. But it ended up being the cause of the fire was the hot tar that he had used, and it seeped down through the walls, and this guy had no coverage for that. It can go 0 to 1,000 just like that. But it's not just fires that you have to worry about. They can provide protection against natural disasters such as hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes. Probably not going to get any earthquakes down here in the Houston, Galveston area. But hurricanes, I mean, hello, you could be in the middle of the project and a hurricane occurs and you've got to stop and just leave it as is till the hurricane passes, and then the hurricane damages the property that you're repairing. And it also can cover the costs of thefts and vandalism. And I had one, it was I don't know, it was like it was being renovated to be like a club, kind of. When I say a club, like a dance, like a beer joint. I don't want to say, I don't know, it wasn't a dance club, like something high end, because it was like a pole barn. But some kids saw that it was vacant and thought they'd just have a rager in there. And when they went in, they just tore the hell out of the place because it wasn't theirs, and people were getting really drunk and high and whatever they were doing, and they just tore this place up. There was some construction stuff there. They were also stole that, because why not, right? You're a kid, and it's not yours, and if you're going to break in, you might as well steal that, right? I'm thinking. But they also took the AC unit stuff. They took a lot of stuff. If they didn't ruin it, they took it. Now, you might be thinking that it's expensive for your construction project, but like I said, this is an actual homeowner purchasing it, in addition to maybe his contractor has it, maybe they don't. He just felt comfortable having it too. So if there's double coverage, it would probably go on both. But the truth is, not having it, the cost could be way higher by not having it. And one single incident, as I always talk about, could really be a financial hardship for your business, or say you as the homeowner. In this case, the guy had been out of the house for more than 60 days. So he really didn't have coverage under his homeowners, even though it was still in place. He still had time on his policy. It's not covered. And I'll do a segment on the 60-day vacancy rule. But they, I urge you to get it or think about getting it. Talk to an insurance agent. Talk to your insurance agent. These people are knowledgeable. They sell insurance. They should be knowledgeable selling insurance. We as public adjusters, our main role, is what my understanding is to educate people on insurance. So I feel like I'm not the only one who should know this. Other public adjusters know it. But chances are, if you're thinking about purchasing it, you're going to go to your agent. Remember, stay safe and be prepared.